One Chicago gets a surprising extension ahead of Fall 2025 return. The One Chicago franchise, consisting of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD, takes viewers on emotional, thrilling, and adrenaline-fueled rides on Wednesdays on NBC. The network is adding another aspect to this experience with a brand new podcast that will accompany the shows when they return this fall. Variety reports that the podcast, titled One Chicago Podcast, is an official behind-the-scenes look at the work that goes into bringing the stories to life. The news was announced by Chicago Med star Steven Weber and Chicago PD star Marina Squarciati at the ATX TV Festival. The podcast is yet to find its host, but it will be announced as soon as that happens. The One Chicago Podcast enlists series producer Wolf Entertainment and USD Audio. From Chicago Med to Chicago PD, fans can anticipate an appearance from their favorite star. Chicago Med stars Weber, Esapatha Murkerson, Marlene Barrett, Oliver Platt, Sarah Ramos, Luke Mitchell, Jesse Schramm, and Darren Barnett. Alan McDonald serves as the showrunner and executive producer alongside Stephen Hootstein, Peter Jenkiewicz, and Dick Wolf. Chicago Fire stars Taylor Kinney, Miranda Ray Mayo, Hanako Greensmith, and Dermot Mulroney. Andrea Newman serves as the showrunner and executive producer alongside Reza Tabrizi, Matt Whitney, Jankowski, and Wolf. Squarciati, Jason Begg, Patrick John Pfluger, Benjamin Levy Aguilar, and LaRoyce Hawkins. Winsigan serves as the showrunner and executive producer alongside Chad Saxton, Gavin Harris, Begg, Jankowski, and Wolf. Chicago Med, Fire, and PD will return this fall for Season 11, 14, and 13, respectively. The three shows will air at the same time and day as they have for the past several years, with Med kicking off Wednesday's One Chicago lineup at 8 p.m. ET, followed by Fire at 9 p.m. and Med at 10 p.m. Stay tuned to Collider for more updates on One Chicago, including the podcast's host. In a move that shocked both fans and industry insiders, NBC announced today that its powerhouse One Chicago franchise, comprising Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med, has been granted a multi-season extension just months ahead of its highly anticipated Fall 2025 return. While renewals for the Dick Wolf juggernaut are usually expected, the terms of this extension and the behind-the-scenes shakeups have sparked a new wave of excitement and speculation. The announcement came with a sleek teaser video posted across NBC's social media platforms. Set against a backdrop of a stormy Chicago skyline, the voiceover declared, "The city's heroes aren't going anywhere. Not today, not tomorrow. One Chicago returns stronger than ever." The video ended with the words, "Extended through 2028. Yes, 2028. 3 more seasons of high-stakes rescues, intense interrogations, and emotional medical drama are on the way." The extension is being lauded as a vote of confidence in the franchise's enduring popularity and its ability to consistently deliver compelling, character-driven storytelling. Behind closed doors, the negotiations were apparently long and complex. A source close to the production revealed that the network was initially eyeing a modest one-season renewal. But test audiences who previewed scenes from upcoming episodes of Chicago Fire reportedly rated them off the charts. The show's writers have crafted a comeback season full of deeply emotional arcs, major character returns, and unexpected crossovers, one of which will reportedly bring characters from Law and Order, organized crime to the Windy City. What makes this extension particularly intriguing is the creative freedom being promised to showrunners. Derek Haas, who recently returned as a creative consultant, has hinted at an ambitious, serialized vision that will link all three series more tightly than ever before. "We're treating this like a long novel now," Ha said during a recent Q&A. "We're building towards something. Every fire call, every crime scene, every ER patient. It's all part of a bigger picture. And yes, there will be consequences. One of those consequences, fans will be delighted or devastated to hear, is a beloved character's resurrection. That's right, someone we thought was long gone will return under mysterious circumstances. While producers are staying mum on who it is, fans have already begun spinning theories. Could it be Otis from Chicago Fire, thought to be lost in a blaze years ago? Or maybe a certain former detective from Chicago PD is set for a shocking reappearance. The cast has responded enthusiastically to the news. Eamon Walker, who plays Battalion Chief Wallace Bowden, said, "I've been with Fire since day one, and I can say without hesitation that this next season is the most emotionally intense one yet. The writers have taken us back to the roots, family, courage, and sacrifice." Jason Begg of Chicago PD echoed those sentiments. "The fans kept us alive. When you walk around Chicago and someone calls you Voy, you realize what this show means to people. This extension means more stories, more risks, and more truth." Meanwhile, Chicago Med has its own surprises in store. With a new trauma center opening at Gaffney Medical, tensions will rise among the staff as new physicians challenge the old guard. The show has cast 2 new series regulars, including a mysterious military medic with ties to Dr. Ethan Choi's past. The unexpected extension has also allowed the production to invest in new filming technology and on-location shoots. For the first time in the franchise's history, certain scenes will be filmed live in downtown Chicago with limited CGI, including a heart-pounding 3-episode arc involving a citywide blackout. "This is not just more of the same," promised Gwen Sagan, showrunner of Chicago PD. "This is One Chicago evolving. We're not afraid to break things, and then rebuild them." NBC executives are equally thrilled. "This is more than just a franchise. It's a cultural institution," said Francis Berwick, chairman of Entertainment Networks. The One Chicago brand has become synonymous with bravery, hope, and unity. It was time we gave it the long runway it deserves. Fans are already counting down the days to the fall 2025 premiere. Online speculation is running wild. Reddit threads are filled with theory maps, casting wish lists, and rumors about a massive crossover event called the Code Black Trilogy. Reportedly set across 3 consecutive nights, it will showcase an unprecedented crisis. A terrorist threat that hits all corners of the city, drawing together fire crews, detectives, and ER physicians in a way never before seen. Of course, not everything is rosy. Some longtime cast members are rumored to be considering exits after season 13. But with the extension in place, producers now have the time to give every character a meaningful arc and possible send-off. And let's not forget the possibility of yet another spin-off. With the franchise's momentum stronger than ever, sources say early development has begun on Chicago Legal, which would follow the attorneys and prosecutors navigating the legal fallout from the events depicted in the main shows. Whether that materializes remains to be seen, but with this kind of success, anything feels possible. In a time when many network shows are struggling to survive in the streaming age, One Chicago is proving that compelling, grounded storytelling and loyal viewership still matter. And now, with the surprise multi-year extension, the Windy City's fictional first responders have plenty of time to show us why. One thing's for certain, this fall, Chicago is calling, and fans everywhere will be ready to answer.